Hi friends, in this lesson your children are going to be decomposing to add. Now they've done this back in first and second grade where they took two-digit numbers, broke them apart so that they could add by place value. So we're just building on this. We are, if you look at the standard math grade 3 number sense operation 2, add and subtract multi-digit whole numbers, build an understanding of multiplication and division operations. The benchmark is 2.1, add and subtract multi-digit whole numbers, including using a standard algorithm. That is the rule. That's the way we learned it back in the day before building all this conceptual understanding in number sense. We will get to that. I promise. It's coming. But right now, this particular lesson, again, it's focusing on building number sense. Decomposition and adding mentally is such a great trait for us to instill in our children for having as a tool when they're an adult, so they don't have to pull out a calculator for every little thing. So right now in this lesson, we're just looking at how we can break this number, one of these numbers apart. We've got a problem here. Like there are 425 students at the carnival when it starts, 227 students come later. How can you find the number of students at the carnival? So we are taking 425 plus 227. Okay, well, we can decompose. Good chance to reinforce that vocabulary with your children. Decompose, which is break apart. One add-in. Add-in is one of the numbers we're adding together to make it easier to add. So one method is just to use place value. We say, all right, well, I have 400, so I'll start by adding 425. I'm so sorry. I'll start by adding 200. That gives us 625. Then I'll add 20, 625 plus 20. That would give us 645, and then we'll add the 7. So 645 plus 7 gives us 652. Now, they'll be asked to now think about decomposing it a different way. So maybe we say, well, I know that 425 plus 25 is 450, right? Okay, because that's an easy one to add. So I've got 227, and first of all, I've broken it apart into 25. Well, then I've got two more here to get to 27. So maybe next I go, well, what's 450 plus 2? That's 452. And then finally, we would need to add the 200. So 452 plus 200 is 652. All right. One way, if you just want something fun to practice with, consider Play Money. I know I have some on my way to me that's supposed to arrive on Saturday from Amazon. I've got the link if you're interested that I'm going to be using in a tutoring group that's upcoming, because Play Money is a really fun way to look at decomposing with dollars and $10 and $20 bills. So that might be a great tool to have, and it's such a great real world application that they definitely will use. So they'll have a couple of different, you can look at the student version if you want more examples of problems, but they'll look at decomposing a number into two ways. So imagine if you've got the Play Money, we could have a 400, a 50, and an 8 ones, or we could break that 50 apart into a 20 and 3 10s. We could break the 8 apart into $5 plus $3. So great opportunity to help make that connection to a real world concept. Also, they have a problem similar to this one that they might find a little bit challenging. Bell adds 688 plus 125 by decomposing 125 into 4 parts. How might Bell have decomposed 125? So it's decomposing it into 4 parts. Imagine how having the Play Money could be helpful with that. If you by chance order the base 10 blocks, you can do the same thing with the base 10 blocks. So we could take 125. Maybe she starts out by breaking off a 2 because she wants to add that to 688, and then says, okay, well, then I know that 2 plus 3 would make the 5, and then I would add the 20, and then I would add the 100. Obviously, that's only one way that she could break it apart. So she may have decided to have broken it apart into, started by adding 10, 10, if we did 10, then maybe she said, okay, well, let me add 10, or just let's say she did 20 because it's 125. And then at that point said, okay, well, now I'm going to add another 5. And then maybe we break 100 into 50 plus 50. Again, many different answers they could get to that problem. And again, I think the play money is helpful to get the point across and also give them some real world practice. All right, my friends, I hope that your students enjoyed this lesson, and we will look forward to seeing you in another one.